Whether you're looking to change the color of your vehicle or wrap your entire fleet, you might be wondering, what does that process look like and how do I ensure the quality and the services that I'm getting on my vehicle? Well, here today at Autographix, I'm going to take you through that process to ensure the look, vibe, and feel of what you're getting. So let's go inside and check this out. Roger, this is so impressive down here at the wrap studio, what the team can do. Everything from wall murals to the window graphics on the outside. We have so many products and services that we can offer out to people with the talented team that we have.
You got that right. They're all certified with 3M, Oracal, KPMF, SEMA, and Lowen certified.
And what's the importance of that, Roger?
It's very important to have those certifications so we know the warranty on the film will last. It's factory training for us to know how to install their products.
So that means not only we are certified with the product itself, but that certification is kind of like a badge of honor for the studio. Well, you know what we're really known for?
Wrapping cars.
That's right, wrapping cars. So we're going to take you guys through the process of what it takes to go from start to finish, from design, print, production, to install. And it just so happens we have a vehicle back here that we're finishing up that we're going to wrap, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. We're inside the Autographix Wrap Studio. I'm here with Gerald. He's going to take us through the process of what it looks like to take a vehicle from A to Z on a full wrap. So Gerald, take us through the process.
Well, the process is we meet with the customer, kind of get a general consensus of what they want to accomplish with their advertising, how they want to promote themselves, colors, all the information that they want to get, and then a time frame of when we're going to have a proof out for them, and then I begin the proofing process.
So how long does it usually take to go through that process?
2 to 3 days proof-wise, and then depending on how many revisions there are and things like that.
So in about a week to 2 weeks, they can have something done from start to finish.
Yeah.
Is that right? Well, can you walk us through on here what we're looking at?
So here we have just a general basic outline of the van that we're doing back there.
Okay.
Start with some of the more basic elements of the vehicle.
So this is where the customer can sit down with you. You can show them a little bit of an idea and direction, what they're wanting to do, and then they can decide if that's something that they want to run with, and then you can start adding layers on top of that.
Yeah, that's why I really look for the thematic principle of what they're trying to do. So this one was race car. So that kind of gives me a lane that I can take.
So we can really create anything here that somebody wants to do.
Yeah.
I mean, is anything as simple as a color change on a vehicle to a matte finish, or a full-blown design, as crazy as it wants to be?
Yeah.
So Gerald, what's the next step on the van behind us right here?
Well, we're actually printing it right now, and then we're gonna get over here, we're gonna get it cut out, and get it installed so we can get it finished up and out of the door today.
Awesome, let's do it.
All right.
We just finished up with Gerald on the design process on this major drain wrap over here. I'm with Ray. He's the lead installer here at the Autographix Wrap Studio. Ray, what are we about to do?
Well, we're gonna stick this big panel that we just finished printing. First things first, we have to clean it. We're gonna mist the van with some chemical and get it cleaned. It's 70-30 mixed, it's diluted with water, so basically gonna mist the panel here, get it good and saturated.
Hey Ray, what's the importance of what you're doing right now?
Well, we want to remove grease, dust, any kind of contaminant that can cause the wrap to fail.
Okay.
And isopropyl alcohol dries out really fast, and it's a phenomenal cleaner, so that's why we use it so much. We want to have clean paint without wax, without grease, anything like that, so.
Okay.
That's that. The panel's clean, it's ready to go.
I noticed you have some yellow tape on here. What is that for?
Well, the material we're using is extra sticky, so we like to tape what we're not going to wrap.
So that's just a precautionary measure?
You betcha, yeah. We're going to put tape there to keep it from sticking.
Now, during this, are we also going to be using any type of knifeless tape on here?
We sure are. We have a seam here. We're not going to cut it with a blade. We're going to use knifeless tape. This is a green tape with a little pink twine that we use to actually cut the material, so we don't have to use a knife on the physical vehicle itself. And we're just going to start putting it down in that groove. We're gonna have a little joint here.
And Ray, you do that so we're not actually cutting on the vehicle, correct?
That's correct, yeah. I don't actually have to put a knife on the vehicle. The pink filament underneath the tape will actually cut the material for me. There's actually different types, so this is design line. It's a little more flexible. I definitely prefer this because we can bend it, we can turn it, we can make crazy designs with it if we want to. But then it's also really great when we just need to put a straight line down. It does the trick.
I love the idea that you don't have to cut on the vehicle So when the wrap does come off at some point or needs to be replaced, there's no damage underneath the vehicle then.
Correct.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have our piece here that we just finished printing. So basically we're gonna stick it on here and get it registered and go from there.
All right, let's do this, Ray. I'll tell you, these magnets help out a lot.
Extra hands.
All right. So now you're just making sure everything's lined
So
up.
yeah, basically gonna come through and we're gonna cartoon our image to make sure it's registered. So you see how this is actually lined up, but the further you go down, it's actually stretched out. It's because we stretched this panel out. So we make sure that this is all registered and lined up, and this is where we'll start installing.
Okay.
So we'll go through, make sure we're level. So this end needs to come down some. So we're gonna move that magnet up there.
Okay.
We're gonna drop this end just a little bit.
So then after you go through all this and you get it where exactly you want, that's when you actually start removing the backing.
We mock up the full panel to make sure that it's registered and level.
Okay.
So we want it to look as good as possible.
What would happen if you didn't have this registered the right way, or if you stretched it or you did it the opposite way? What would happen?
So basically, we stretched this panel from the front to the rear.
Okay.
And if we were to stretch this from the rear to the front, our letters would actually be stretched at a different rate. So our image wouldn't line up.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we pull consistently around
So the
the entire
importance of
vehicle.
what you're doing is to get everything lined up, get it exactly where you want, you know, kind of that old saying, measure twice, cut once.
That's exactly it.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap, everybody. If you're looking to get your vehicle color changed, or fleet graphics put on your vehicle, or even something from Emergency Response Services, we've got you covered here at the Autographix Wrap Studio. If you're in the Omaha area, come look us up at 13595 Giles Road, and you can look us up on the internet at autographixne.com.